So the next one we're going to talk about is a study that I found in the International Journal of Men's Health, and it talks specifically about gay men in this study. 137 self-identified gay Australian men, to be specific. The participants in this study completed the psychological subscale of the sense of belonging instrument and the depression subscale of the depression, anxiety, stress scales. And what they were trying to do is show if there was a correlation between how incorporated they were into the gay community or the general community, and how that correlated with depression. The results indicate that belonging to the gay community and to the general community are both related to depression directly and indirectly. Gay men who reported feeling valued and who felt that they fitted within the gay community reported higher levels of a sense of belonging to the general community, which in turn was associated with lower levels of depression. This study was so cool because it had nothing to do with Adlerian theory. This is a completely unrelated to Adlerian theory, and it is still showing proof for what Adler has been saying all along. It is possible that feeling as though one is valued and fits within one's community may give individuals the confidence and motivation to belong to another community. These results suggest that enhancing a sense of belonging to the gay and general communities will benefit the mental health of gay men. Okay. And the last group of people that we're talking about today are offenders. This particular study, it compared murderers versus nonviolent offenders, most of whom were in jail or in trouble because of drug offenses. This particular study talked about Adler's theory of crime, which has 4 parts. The first one is low social interest. The second one is high activity level, which in this study they associated with ADHD, or if the offenders had ADHD when they were younger. 3, a history of pampering by a parent. And 4, the propensity for planning criminal acts. It is believed that a lack of social interest with other factors may lead to delinquent behavior. So this study, it took the groups, it was 94 murders in the group, and then there were 76 nonviolent offenders. And the instruments that were used was the Basis A inventory, the Wender Utah rating scale, parental behavior questionnaire, as well as a demographic questionnaire. And these were the results. They broke them down into each category of Adler's theory of crime. And the first one, there was pretty strong evidence that both of these groups had low social interest. Murders having lower social interest than the nonviolent offenders, which also supports the first part of Adler's theory of crime. The second one, the activity level, it was found that there is an inverse relationship between social interest and the level of childhood ADHD symptoms. And the third and fourth ones, the pampering and the planning, the study really actually did not support these two. Mostly the pampering part is really because they determined that they needed a better way to measure pampering. They didn't think that it was suitable. And the planning part was really not supported by the results. But the important part here is that the sense of belonging, which comes from social interest and the activity, was shown to be true when talking about offenders. So that's my presentation, and we've looked through all these groups of people and talked about how important sense of belonging is to their well-being and how accomplishing that in therapy is really important to helping your clients. Thank you very much.